the prawns are okay.
Look at the duck, like a duck out there playing and stuff.
Water evacuation, younger children may be using the state device. Oh, and we do have one life preserver. It's nailed right there on that wall. At least you'll know where it is. Alright, everybody, wait by Sarah. Bye, Sarah! Bye! It's her last day. Wait, I'm sorry, I thought they told me. Oh, never mind, that's all right. I didn't say anything then. Before the whole thing gets settled through, you know.
Alright, friends, welcome aboard. Watch your head and watch your step. Stay in the background, okay?
Alright, Thompson. It's the boat, not the water. Not the water, Kevin. It's okay. Anybody first timer today? No one's the first timer? Come closer. I don't like. Really? Okay, hey, last timer. I am the only one, it looks like. And you will have the best seat in the house, but this is a boat and not a house. So that's unfortunate. Loading some more victims. I mean, visitors, sorry. Visitors.
I have been waiting to go to Africa.
Really? Okay. So, really? But we are in Africa. So, wave goodbye to all the beautiful people on the dock. Now wave goodbye to Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Welcome to the World Famous Struggle Cruise. My name is Kelsey. I'll be your skipper for as far as we get. Please remember at all times to remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the boat. And please watch your children because the crocodiles will and, well, I will not. Now, who came on board today to see some danger? Please stay seated, folks. There it is, folks. Danger. There it goes. Speaking of danger, if you look to the right-hand side, you will see the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Because, well, the Temple of the Forbidden Me would just be terrible grammar. And we are starting off our adventure today at an ancient Cambodian shrine. This was built by ancient Cambodian Shriners. Look at this, a 500-pound Bengal tiger. He can jump over 20 feet, but we're only about 15 feet away, so he'll jump right over us. Does anyone know why tigers have stripes? No one knows why tigers have stripes? They don't want to be spotted. And it does look like we are in luck today because the whole herd of Indian elephants are out. Now please feel free to take all the pictures you would like because they all have their trunks on. Now how do we know these are Indian elephants? We are in India. And this here is Bertha. Kids, if you stay in that shower for too long, you'll turn into an elephant. Just like Bertha. And up here you will
see my dear friend, Big Squirt. It does look like the coast is clear. Wait, no, everyone get down on the deck! I'm just kidding, it was right here. And it looks like we are in banana country. I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. They left the lights on that Jeep. Now it will never turn over. That is so disappointing. And up ahead, I would like to take the time to point out some of our plant life here in the jungle. Right there, over there, back there. That was plant life of the jungle. And ahead, you will see Schweitzer Falls. Now this was named after humanitarian Dr. Albert Falls. But don't worry, we'll go over that later. For now, we are heading onto the Nile River. And this is the longest river in the world, and if you don't believe me, you are in denial. Because it does go on for Niles and Niles and Niles. And here to our left, you will see an African bull elephant. This is one of the most rare and feared creatures in the jungle. The only other more feared creature would be his mother-in-law right here. Now, how do we know this is an African elephant? Yes, very true. We are indeed in Africa, in the African belt. Here you will see a variety of different animals, such as gazelles, long-necked cheetahs, otherwise known as giraffes, and some zebras and ducks. Yes, there are ducks. And look at those lions protecting that sleeping zebra. That is how zebras sleep, with their necks bent, surrounded by lions and vultures. Lions love zebra on the rocks, but let's let him rest in peace, shall we? Everybody, duck. There it is. You should never get into an argument with a rhino, because he will always get his point across in the end. And now we are turning onto the Hungry Hungry Hippo pool. And I hope that no one is dressed like a white marble. No one's like... Now we need to look out for two things in the hippopotami pool. If they're blowing bubbles or wiggling their ears, it looks like we're safe. Wait, no, this one's gonna charge the boat. All right, I need everyone to cover your ears. Look at that, I scared him stiff. And for now, we're heading onto headhunter territory. And this is indeed a terrible place to be headed. And it kind of reminds me of my last cruise. Speaking of my last crew, there they are. Yeah, they had a lot of fun. Look at those smiles. But unfortunately, they didn't laugh at the jokes. So, you're catching on. And it does look like the natives are having a celebration tonight. Let's get a little closer. I'll see if I can translate. Nope. Sorry. And here you will see some really great scenery and surroundings and attacking natives! Those are spears. We just survived a spear attack. And I know that this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the eighth wonder of the world, the magical, the beautiful, the backside of water. But we do like to call it O2H. And here to our right, you will see some limestone. So most people do take it for granted. Yes, all of our jokes rock here. And up here, I would like to take the time to point out something truly fascinating. If you look over here past the trees, past the bushes, you will see absolutely nothing. It is just amazing. Hey, piranhas! you will see Trader Sam. Now, he is the head salesman here in the jungle. 2 heads for one of yours. You'll always come out ahead. But please do give yourselves a round of applause because you have just survived the world-famous jungle cruise! Now, out of all the crews that I've had today, well, you've been the most recent. I truly mean that every time I say it. Please watch your arms and elbows as we approach the dock, folks. When you wish upon a star, your hopes and dreams, well, they really do come true. All right, get out. I'm sorry, that was rude. Please, get out. Water side, go ahead and stand on up. You'll be helped out gently by the rear of the boat. Dock side, stand on up. You'll be helped out by the elbow. And here's one last joke for any psychics.
Good joke. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Thank you.